bet you thought you were gonna get stuck watching a picture montage. Sorry. Instead, you're getting something that I like to call the official, quickly thrown together attempt at a reunion video for GHS's class of 1992. It's a little wordy, but seriously, as bad as I am on camera, it pales in comparison to how bad a picture montage would be. I mean, just because you see pictures from the early 90s doesn't mean the video needs to look like it was edited in the early 90s. So first of all, guys, welcome to the 25th reunion for the class of 1992. We're old. And I'm more or less your video host, which means you're stuck looking at me for a couple of minutes. Sorry. But hey, give me a break. I spend most of my time behind a camera, not in front of it, so cut me some slack here, okay? I'm running on like 4 hours sleep, and it's the day before the reunion, so we're kind of cutting it close here. You know, excuse me if this video isn't like, you know, an Emmy Award winner. So first of all, I'd like to thank our fearless leader for organizing this. No, not him. Her. Lua, thanks a bunch for getting us all together, organizing all this stuff. I know it wasn't easy. We greatly appreciate it. And hey, if anybody's seen this guy, let me know, because he wasn't even around for the 20th reunion. Seriously, at this point, I think you have a better time finding this guy than this guy. I mean, come on, let's be honest. There's one event every 5 years. 5 years. I mean, that's more time than they give the Olympics. Way to phone it in, dude. For those of you that missed the 20th reunion, we had a pretty cool family day, dinner, and we painted the wall that night. Hey, what do you say, guys? Let's kick out of here, go to Lowe's, buy some cheap-ass paint, and go paint the wall tonight. Because that's what this town needs. A bunch of old-ass people waddling up 34th Street with buckets of paint, probably bitching about how long it takes the whole way. Oh, look, there they are, 25th reunion, grabbing life by the horns. So what's everybody been up to? Well, I'll start with me, because I'm here already. You're welcome. Well, I finally lost a mullet in college. I mean, look at that thing. That thing's just ridiculous. I started my collegiate career in electrical engineering and wound up graduating from UF in journalism. So, figure that one out. I got my first TV gig here in Gainesville and then moved to Tampa in 2003, where I've been ever since. I'm currently the chief photographer at Bay News 9 in Tampa, where I get to see and do some pretty cool stuff. I married my wife Jen, and we have 2 boys, Andrew and Alex. So that's it for me. Let's hear about the rest of you. Next up is our fearless leader, Lua Melman, and you can see her here in her senior picture, giving the same death stares she gave me many days when we were still in high school. So what's she been up to since graduation? Well, it says here she's got a BS in sociology from Appalachian State, spent a year and a half teaching English in China, got her Juris Doctorate in 2003 from the University of Florida, and is currently an assistant state attorney. She's married to her husband Dave, is mother to 3-year-old Bryce, and is a bonus mom to 7-year-old Aiden. Now next up is Katrina Williams. Now, after high school, she hung out in Gainesville as a mother of 3 and is currently a claims adjuster for Nationwide. And Katrina, I'm sorry, after I did that I realized I sounded like I was introducing you in Love Connection. That sounded a little goofy, I'm sorry. And now we have Liz Tidwell. Now Liz Tidwell has been all over the place since graduation. I have to look here. So she's lived in Savannah, Georgia, New York, Hawaii, and is now in Portland, Oregon. But let's not glance over the fact that she was in Hawaii for 13 years. 13 years. And although she's working at the Oregon Humane Society, she at one time had a gig at an upscale spa doing massages on the beach. Really, Liz? Not one phone call? I mean, it's been 25 years. You couldn't give me a call. Hey, Jeff, would you like a massage? Yeah, I'd like a massage. 25 years. Call me. And until you do, I'm just scratching you off the old Christmas card list here. There. And if you're wanting to get to Hawaii, chances are this guy could get you here. Dean Hanna. He's a pilot. A pilot. I mean, it says here that he primarily flies cargo, so we'd have to put you in a box or something, but I mean, he could get you there. It says here after high school, Dean went to both UF and Purdue, studying both mechanical and agricultural engineering. Hey Dean, I was in engineering too. I had to get out though, had to change majors. Kind of a sore subject. And now we go from pilots to team captains with our next reunion night, Laura Evans. Some of you may remember Laura as the captain of the tennis team. Some people, however, were lucky enough to know her as this. Some sort of fuzzy monster who is from some sort of royal family and plays the drums. And while we're at it, I can't see the whole face here, but please tell me this is you passed out snoring in the back of a car. After high school, she had a full tennis scholarship to South Alabama where she majored in psychology. She came back to Florida and worked at Nationwide Insurance for a while before becoming an independent insurance investigator. She's married to her husband Steve and they have 2 kids, Connor and Amelia. Now if you're like me and titles and degrees may confuse you, well, buckle up, because here comes Debbie Deerdorf. Why do I say that? Because after high school she got so many degrees, I can't even tell you what half of these things are. I mean, it says here that she got a BA from Ohio State, I know what a BA is, has an MAMC and a JD from UF. Now, I don't even know what a MAMC is, so hang on, I'm gonna Google it. It's a Master of Arts in Mass Communication. I should have known that, I was in J school too. Shows how much I paid attention. Anyway, she's an intellectual property attorney now in Tampa. She's married to her husband Matt and has 2 kids, Max and Rory. And somehow she looks exactly the same as she did in high school. Hopefully that didn't sound creepy. And speaking of people who have never changed, here comes our next reunion night. And yes, I'm making up reunion night. I don't know if that's an actual word. Cynthia Moody. Now, me and Cynthia go way back to our Stephen Foster Steamers days. Yeah, we're Steamers. It's probably the worst mascot I've ever heard. Anyways, I wish I could find my old school pictures because she looks exactly the same. I mean, she's taller and stuff, but you know what I'm saying. So what has she been up to? Well, according to her, she's been in retail management for the last 15 years and married for the last 2. Well, you may have been married for about 2 years, but you've been a steamer for almost 40, so you've been representing well. I think we need a secret handshake though. Steamer shake? And speaking of secret handshakes, you gotta know the secret handshake for this next guy. Why? Because he's a coke pusher. I'm serious, this guy, little baby face over here, he seriously delivers coke all across Tampa, and I know, but he drives it around in one of these. Yep, Troy's been working at Coca-Cola for 20 years now. Also married for 21 years. That was a busy year for you. He's got 2 kids, Logan and Callie, and Logan is actually in town now attending UF. So you know where all of his coke money is going. Up next is my good buddy Veronica Taylor, and I think I first met her in an honors geometry class. I don't know if I'm absolutely sure on that. I mean, pretty much the only thing I remember from that class is I used to draw these little stick figures at the bottom of the quizzes I'd have every week, and the little stick figure would be holding a sign, giving excuses as to why I didn't do good on the quiz. Yeah, that wasn't a good use of time, I guess. But anyways, Veronica. Anybody else remember this teeny little car that she drove? And I'm pretty sure you could have parked that thing in a bike rack. Well, since her tiny car days, she got 2 degrees in science-based fields and several minors and worked in sales. She became a district manager, then retired, then taught herself how to code and now works as a software engineer. And when you're an engineer, they let you do all kind of cool things like wear headphones with little cat ears on them for some reason. As all you guys know, I was asking for pictures and information earlier this week, and Veronica, you just sent me a barrage of pictures. Like seriously, like she was gonna win an award for it or something. In fact, I actually told her, I said, you have won the Sending Most Pictures to Me award for this year. And she held on to that title until now. Celine Kelly. Like seriously, she must have sensed that Veronica was sending pictures and, you know, in the lead because she was basically like, here, hold my beer. And then she proceeded to send picture after picture after picture after picture. Now don't get me wrong, I love me some Celine. I was just impressed with the sheer enthusiasm, but hey, what else would you expect from Miss Spirit 1992? After graduation, she got married to fellow classmate Reggie Hill, and she has a 12-year-old son named Joshua. Reggie served 20 years in the Army before retiring not too long ago. Now she's been an educator for over 21 years and is currently an assistant principal in Georgia. And she's going to have her doctorate finished up in May of 2018. So, more classmates with tons of degrees. And I'm sitting here with my BS in journalism. That's basically what it is, BS. Up next is Amelia Speed, and I had the honor of debating Amelia once. And if you're ever gonna do that, come fully loaded. So what has she been up to? Well, she still lives in Gainesville, is a mother of 3, and just earned her PhD back in 2013. And up next is everyone's favorite restaurateur, Diego. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know, Diego's been in the restaurant business for quite a while. working at our restaurant right up the street. Didn't bother to invite us there. So what has Diego been up to? Well, after GHS, he went to UF, then taught English over in Madrid, waited tables in New York, and worked in TV out in LA. He's married to his wife Melissa, and they have 2 kids, Jackson and Amelia. Dude, I'm just saying, your place, 30-year reunion, make it happen. And we're wrapping up our list of reunion nights here with Chad Marquis, and if I'm putting Chad in here, I have to put Chrishell in here too, because I can't picture them being apart ever, 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 ever. Now after high school, Chad went to Santa Fe and then to UF. He and Chrishell have been married for 21 years and have 6 kids. Chad has had several types of jobs, including sales, construction, a youth pastor, and now he's a teacher over at Westwood Middle School. He's been teaching for over 12 years and has traveled to China, India, Honduras, and Guatemala on mission trips. Dude, who are you, Tim Tebow? Now Chrishell graduated from UF as well in nursing, and now she teaches infant swim lessons and homeschools her children. So guys, that's it for now. I hope everybody enjoyed the little updates here. Apologize for the roughness of this thing, but I've been working on like 4 hours sleep for like 3 days now, so it's been a little hectic. Hope everybody had a good time, and we'll see you again in 5 years. See ya.